So what's going on tonight, y'all? What's going on? You ever thought about a Hall of Fame for the dogs? Put on something a little different. Put on some Todd Rundgren. He just got put in the Hall of Fame. Wrote a lot of music for the Cars. I think most of it. So, put a little of that on. It's always good to listen to. So y'all hit that like button. Where's everybody at? Where's all my people at? What's going on tonight? Chat not working. Well, so you have a Hall of Fame. See, we could do a cyber Hall of Fame and induct 3 people every year. That'd be easy enough to do. Hey, man, what's going on? Yeah, I just logged on. I've only been on like 5 minutes. Man, I was thinking about a Hall of Fame with this Music Hall of Fame doing their thing tonight. Or last night, I guess it was. It'd be interesting to do like a Dogman Hall of Fame. Would Buddy Harris qualify? Who's Buddy Harris? All you have to do is let everybody know who you're talking about. If he was nominated. I imagine if he was nominated, he would be considered by the by whoever was running it, man. I mean, he's a dog man. We're just trying to figure out a first class here, you know, man. We're not talking about stuff like that. You know, on the Earl dog. I thought, well, it don't matter. Yeah, man, that's what I was thinking. And it don't have to be nothing big time. I mean, it just be a list. It doesn't even have to be a website. It could just be a list like the ROM list. You know, just a known list. And just start off with just like 3 old timers on it this year. And not try to put on there no modern people or anything like that this year. Just start off with 3 old timers. And, you know, just, I mean, I don't know. Start off with whatever. I mean, I ain't running shit. But I figured, you know, kind of hard not to lay the wreath at the feet of where it started at. So, but it'd just be interesting. I mean, who would you put on your list, B? I mean, who would be some of your guys, B? I mean, you know, you into it heavy duty. Name 3 guys that you would put on the list that say they had to let's just say one of the credentials is they had to have at least 30 years in the dogs. They had to have at least 30 years in the dogs. See, I put Vince in the same category with me, man. I don't think that we're Hall of Fame material, man. Not first round. Yeah, more like that, you know? More like that. That's more first round. Um, People like Frank Fitzwater, you know? People like George Sadler. Um, you know? People like Bebo Ganega. I know y'all love it when I say his name. Well, Klaus is kind of the next generation. You know, Joe Corvino, Earl Tudor. Talked to him on the phone, never met him. I got a good picture of him and the Queen. Oh, sure, man. Top notch. Top notch, man. The Abrahams were top notch dog people. Yeah, man. There you go. There you go. That's my man Hellbound Kennels. You ought to see them dogs he's breeding. Yeah, there's another O in there. Um, you ought to see those dogs Hellbound Kennels is breeding. He's got a quarter staff in them. And man, they look just like Walter Komasinski's dogs. It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, I got to writing a list up and I come up with all that. Um, Yeah, man, this guy's breeding like staff with pit bulls. You ought to see his dogs, man. They look pretty cool. Um, Man, everybody keeps asking me about Queen of Hearts. I never saw her go. She's a great bitch, an 8-time winner, um, one of the greats of all time. Um, you know, uh, I think she was like a lot of these dogs that were so great. She didn't really produce that well. Um, she produced okay. Uh, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna breed staff into my stuff, but you know, people do what they want to do, and they look pretty cool, man. Komasinski's dogs were supposedly had some staff in them, and that's why I went and showed those dogs to that guy. I said, "Check them out, man. Your shit looks just like his." But all these dogs come from the same fucking place. You know, um, Staffordshire Terrier, Pit Bull Terrier, they all come from the same place. Hell, you know what the difference is between a Staffordshire Terrier and most of your American Pit Bull Terriers? You get a Staffordshire Terrier, you'll probably know how it's really bred. What's up, 4x4? Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, you'll probably get the right pedigree on your staff. Oh, man, oh, man. Uh, just hit me on my email. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, I got it right. Okay. So anyhow, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, talking about a Hall of Fame. Um, so yeah, if you go on to the next group of guys from them old timers, go to people like you were talking about, Carver, Bert Klaus, Baker Davis. Man, there's so many of them from that period. I mean, you can just sit there and go on and on. I could write a list 10 miles long that from that period. And what about the dogs? Fuck all these people. What dogs would you rate? Going back in time, what dog would you rate in the Hall of Fame? Now think about Hall of Fame before you say anything. You know, these are all-time greats. You know, man, I already know who I'd put in there. Is my favorite. It's my favorite brood bitch of all time. It's the Fly of Panama. The Fly of Panama. She's in Daibo's pedigree. She's in everybody's pedigree. Everybody had that bitch in their pedigrees. The Fly of Panama. She looked just like Bolero. She was a little brindle dog with a black mask. Oh man, we talking about the Hall of Fame. Stubblefield's Buddy, Hubbard's Bounce. That's what I'm talking about. How about some Gimp? How about his daddy, that Gimp dog? Wasn't that his daddy? The Gimp dog? How about that Gouty dog? That Colby's Gouty? Tudor's Dick. That Tudor's Dick dog. Tudor's Goldie. Yup. Major Foundation dogs. Tudor's Blackjack, Blackjack Jr. All the staffs were founded off those Blackjack dogs. What's up, James Dean? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Yellow be a good one in there for the modern stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. We talking about some old dogs and some of the older people. You guys got to pick it. The people pick the winners of that stuff. Not any one person. Yeah, Colby's Peter. Oh yeah, that's my baby right there, man. I'm a big fan of the Fly of Panama. I'm into the history a little bit, just a little bit, man. She was a 30-pound terror. Yeah, it's just kind of like some imported stuff. Line bred imported stuff. Probably Irish. Who knows? You know, I'd say that, yeah, I'd have to say that Joe Corvino and Earl Tudor, man, those two guys run neck and neck right there for, you know, being being, you know, my pick as far as one of the you know, my nominee. What we need to do is come up with some nominees, and then I'll put a vote up on the Facebook page, and we'll just vote them in. We'll just leave it up for a while, let everybody vote, and the one that gets the most votes. Yeah, I met him a couple times, man. Don't believe half that shit he's saying about all them people, man. It's a lot of bullshit that he's saying. He don't even know most of those people he's talking about. It's just rumors and shit he's repeating. Oh, sure, man. I mean, I got real lucky, and between going down and spending a couple weeks down there in Texas hanging out with Bobby Hall and those guys, and knowing people like Barney Fife and people like that. I just got lucky, man. Um, you know, right people at the right time. I learned to condition real early, and it gave me access to so many good dogs. Yeah, well, God rest his soul. You damn right I was lucky. I'm a lucky motherfucker, man. Call it what you want. But he talked a lot of crazy stuff about people, man. He was a, like I said, man, he was a weird old dude, man. I mean, I could tell you all kinds of stuff about him, but you know me, man. I try not to say too much about other people. Just let that shit go. You know, I could tell you some stories about that dude. I mean, he was a weird dude, man. Like, well, why would any dog man do that anyhow? I mean, anybody that's already set into a breeding program, you're not going to be experimenting like that. I don't know anything about it. It must be something modern. Oh, yeah. The only thing that hurts Floyd on the second ballot would be the pandering. You know, he's been doing a lot of pandering, been doing a lot of loitering. Floyd been doing a lot of loitering. Where'd the black dogs come from, Paul? How about old Irish Jerry? Let's put Irish Jerry in there. James Crenshaw. Well, I like any of that stuff from Frank Cochran, man. I mean, that stuff's good stuff. I don't know about that one particular dog, but if it made it this far, probably a pretty good old dog. I mean, I don't know that particular dog, but is that from Frank Cochran? Oh, no, Cora. I don't know that one. Yeah, I don't know that one. Oh man, we're talking about Dogman Hall of Fame and a Dog Hall of Fame. Like, what dogs would you put in there? What dogs would you put in the Hall of Fame? What dog men would you put in the Hall of Fame? The West Coast isn't getting represented very well. Not much from the West Coast getting called out. It's kind of stopping around Texas and Oklahoma. Ah, cool, man. Nice. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, definitely Wiz Hubbard. Need to put him on the list. Ah, damn. What's up with Buddy Harris? Did he die or something? Second person asked me about Buddy Harris tonight. Did he pass away? Oh, Harry's a good one. Oh, Buddy Harris, man. I remember him. Well, Floyd's name keeps coming up, that's for sure. Floyd's name doesn't come up a bunch of times. Need to put Floyd on the list. What we'll do is we'll have a. I mean, hell, we put everybody on it, but if you're only gonna get one or two votes, well, what about dogs? So, you guys, you don't have any favorite dogs like you would have in a Hall of Fame? Earl Tudor. Yeah, you gotta have Earl Tudor on the list. And John Colby. There you go, Grand Champion Rodney. Havana Boys, Grand Champion Rodney. Hall of Fame. Oh, yeah, Bobby was mentioned. It is a hard question. You think it'd be easy to answer. Ah, Kobe's dime. That's a good one. Kobe's dime. Tybo. Centipede. Alibaba won 5 in a year. Man, tell us more about that. Alibaba won 5 in a year. Mississippi Hot. Now, I ain't heard that name in a long time. That's a Dogman. Jack Kelly. Oh, my God. Man, you talking about like 5th or 6th round now, man. You getting down into my group. You're digging deep now. You're digging deep. What'd you do? Read the name off the cover of the book? Oh, man, Jack Kelly. Come on now. Man. That'd be like letting Pete Rose in the hall, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, Jimmy. I guess he's the last one left out of that bunch down there. All the rest of them are dead, man. Crenshaw, Bro, Kelly, all of them are dead except for him. Irish Jerry's everything but dead. Oh. Yeah. And then, Klaus's Zeke. Yeah, that's a good one there. That's an old school dog. Fitzwater's Goldie's another good one. His father. Fitzwater's Champion Goldie. I'm going to put that one down instead. But yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if I believe a whole lot she says. You know? Oh, hell yeah. Jerry, definitely. Hell, we already got a full Hall of Fame, man. I mean, we got a full house already. What the hell are we going to do? Them buildings full up already. So many great dogs. Hey, so many great dogs, and we all just want one. We all just want one. Oh yeah, we gonna put something together, even if it's just a list, and it's just a known list. And, we can get Lee Hall to print it. We need some way to get wider voting. Like this first time, leave it real fundamental and just do the real old timers and put them on there so that it's not controversial, and stick with the old dogs and the old timers, like foundation stuff for the vote. And then we'll come up with some way to do nominations, and you know we'll figure out some way to do it. And you nominate them, like do a written nomination, make it where it's not easy to do it. You do a written nomination or something for the dog, then we'll put them on the list. Or you do a written nomination for the person, we'll put them on the list. You know, but we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. You know, we'll just have to make it where maybe certain people are only eligible, and you can vote for those people. Like we'll have a list of people you can vote for. That might be what we'll do. Like the all-star list, where you got a ballot and you can vote on the ballot. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But we'll figure it out by this time next year, because it'll be a year from now before we do it again. But this time we'll just go with like 6 of the basic, you know, like Wiz Hubbard, Earl Tudor, John Colby, Frank Fitzwater, Jim Williams, George Armitage, that type of stuff. And the same thing with the dogs. And I'll put together a thing where they can vote on it. Well, that's all I had tonight. Was that? Otherwise, I'm just bullshitting now. Oh man, what are you talking about? Shit. Man, there's so many of them. And like I said, each year it'll give us a reason to bring all these names up. That was a big dog. That was a big dog. Clark's Tramp. Big old dog. That's right. That's right. That's what we got to do, man. Keep it out there in front of everybody. Let them know where the dogs come from. Let them appreciate it. So that's real important. It's real important. Well, what else is going on, fellas? What else is happening? There sure are. And a lot of good ones to come if you breed them right. Never got to see them. That was after I got in trouble, and never got to see them. Never seen him. Hey, Mike Nam, what's going on, man? We've been talking about Hall of Fame, man, and all the shitload of dogs that really deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and the shitload of good dog people that deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. It's just so many of them. It's pretty amazing. Music playing here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, I know a little about Pete Sparks. You know, he lived in New York for a long time and kept his dog yard up there. And then in the late 60s, early 70s, he moved down to Florida and moved to Stark, Florida, and set up shop down there. Started running his magazine out of Florida and traveled all over the country going to dog shows. And was just a really great, honest guy, man. I mean, you know, Sparks was just I knew him, you know, fairly well. And just always real nice and open and kind and would help you anytime you needed any help. Um, Hang on a second. I'll put his pedigree up for you. I thought it was up there on his thing there. Let's see. Let's see here. It's on this list somewhere. No, Pedro, where are you? There he is. There he is. Yeah, I didn't know Fitzwater. Those guys were before my time. Marcus, what's going on? Oh man, when he was a young dog, he was a real beauty. Yeah, he was sharp looking, man. That was a sharp looking dog when he was young. Gravity's got to him a little bit, got him bowed up a little bit. But that picture of him there in that pedigree, he was about, I don't know, maybe about 6, 7 years old in that picture. Yeah. I don't know. I think old Scotty Nelson put that story to bed. I don't think the dates jived up. But who knows? He could have been. You never know where Mrs. Fitzwater was or what she was doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a well-bred dog. Well, Pete Sparks, man, he bred some dogs. He brought some puppies to a guy up at a pig picking one year. I've seen him breed dogs. So I don't know what happened to his dogs. As far as Fitzwater, well, hell, he bred all the Bolio stuff. I mean, whenever you see Bolio dogs, those are Fitzwater dogs. That Fitzwater's Goldie, that's where Bolio got a lot of his style and class from. When you hear the stories of Fitzwater's Goldie and the way he was, and then you hear about the one match that Bolio had, they were kind of like the same dog. Well, I mean, the story is he was a one-time winner. I mean, you can't. I mean, he was a one-time winner in North Carolina in the 1980s. I mean, you could win more matches than that if you want to. All you gotta do is call to wait. You know. Anybody that says they couldn't get a dog matched in 1989 in North Carolina is lying. Anybody that tells you that's lying to you. Oh yeah, man. Hell, he's 13 years old. Yeah, he's 13 years old. He's a big 13. Well, he'll be 13 next month. He was born the day Michael Jackson died. That was 13 years ago next month. Old Millbuster. I knew Tony real good, man. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, that's good. You talk to him, you tell him I said hey. Okay. Yeah, he was a good dude, man. I used to go up and stay at his house. He had a brownstone up there on, well, I won't say what road, but he lived over there by RFK. And yeah, I used to go up there and stay at his place all the time, man. And him and cousin Charlie, they good guys, man. They good guys. You know, real good people. Okay, Mike. Yeah, they're nice people, man. We had some fun. We definitely had some fun, man. Yeah. How you doing, big dog? Oh yeah, I remember all them dogs. Um, you know, I mean, back in my time, um, bloodlines that were underrated. I don't really know of any that were really underrated. You know, maybe Bobby Hall's dogs were underrated a little bit because everybody thought he was hanging papers, you know, and they seen that wasn't right. And Bobby had some pretty good dogs. But I don't know about any underrated bloodlines. I mean, well, and again, as far as being overrated, Jesus Christ, everybody's so hard on these bloodlines. You know, everybody's so hard on them that the chance of one getting overrated is pretty slim too. They you know, I'd say that certain bloodlines are overrated for certain aspects. That like people will look at Eli dogs thinking that they're going to get this oomph from them, when Eli dogs are just as game as red boy dogs. And, you know, they think when they breed the red boy, they're going to get all this heart that they supposedly want to add or whatever, when they should have all that already anyhow with whatever they're feeding. And they shouldn't be needing to add that, you know. You may want to complement that, but you shouldn't be needing to add that. But the thing with like Red Boy, those dogs, they have it all just like the rest of them, you know. Now, does it show up as much in the Eli dogs as it does the Red Boy, or vice versa? No, it doesn't. But they still have the same characteristics as each other. Yeah, and me, man, you got to have two complete dogs to begin with. Like, you better have a complete dog already, and then you breed another complete dog to it. And so you're breeding two complete dogs to each other. And then what happens is you get more complete dogs. But when you breed a dog that's lacking in something, and then trying to breed it to a complete dog, and trying to add something to your bloodline that your bloodline's lacking, well, the chances of that working are slim to none, you know, because your dog's probably just going to produce like it already is, lacking whatever it's already lacking. Anyhow, well, you know, if you got a dog that's spooky and you breed it to a dog that's not spooky, you're still going to get spooky dogs. And you're going to get spooky dogs for generation after generation. You know, because you bred to it. Because you bred to it, you see. If you got a dog that's weak, you know, just kind of a weak specimen, you don't really like it, but it's got a pretty pedigree, and you're like, oh, I'm going to breed to this dog because of how it's bred. Well, you know what? It might throw you some really nice looking dogs because of its parents and grandparents, but I guarantee you, you get a couple generations in, that dog's going to throw dogs like itself. You know, whatever you breed is what you will produce. Has nothing to do with the pedigree. It has to do with your dog. Whatever you breed, it's what you will produce. Well, I got to get a new chair. I got to break down and get a new chair. This chair is just kicking my ass. Mm. Well, you had Jim Williams. That was, the original Williams was Jim Williams, the who was the U.S. Marshal that lived there in Hobart, Oklahoma. That was Tudor's friend. Well, a dog is going to definitely throw dogs like its grandparents. And the puppies, right? And now the parents of the dog, the puppies are now the parents or the grandparents of the puppies. So now the puppies are going to produce dogs like the parents of the parents. So, you get yourself caught up. But I've never seen a dog produce like itself. I mean, they just don't do it. Especially females. Especially females. That's why I like them double granddaughters. I like them bitches that are like both their grandmothers are a really good bitch. If you look, I'll breed up like, I'll give you a good example. Like some of my brood bitches. This is how you make a producing dog. Look at how that dog's bred. I'll show you another one. I'll show you another one. Think fly Panama now. Well, that was the plan. That's why I never stopped. And like, whenever I had a dog here, like Orangadanga or Huckleberry or So Evil or any of those dogs, I never stopped and used those to breed to. I was like, no, I'm gonna stick to what's producing this stuff, not what's. So as you see, I'd get them double granddaughters a bolero. So I get them double granddaughters a bolero. So I know how them bitches are going to produce. Oh man, I'm not choosing nothing. Y'all choosing what a man needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Right now, we're just picking out like people from the old school. That's right. It's going to be more like the grandpa gangster. That's right. When you breed it, that's what you want. Yeah, I hadn't chose anything. We're just going to go real simple with this first one, and just go with the old school people and the old school dogs, and then over the period of the next year, we'll figure all that out. We'll come up with a system to pick the people that we'll vote on for next year. We'll come up with a ballot. I think a ballot's the best idea. We'll just come up with an electronic ballot. What's up, Super? Well, whoever wins, wins, man. I mean, just how to be. Uh, I'd have to say probably Spetty, because she got bred more. She got bred more than New Granny, so she produced better. Oh yeah, oh Bobby Love. That'd be a good interview right there. That'd definitely be a good interview. Oh yeah, old timer. Man, he got to be in his late 60s now. I know he's a good 10 years older than me. in his 70s. Damn. Lord Almighty, man. You're right. You're right. You're right, Loco. But there's only one problem. He ain't match no dogs. And to get in the Hall of Fame, you got to match some dogs. And he ain't never matched no dogs. So he can't get in the Hall of Fame. You had to match. You had to have at least a champion that you matched. That's at least one rule. That's got to be a rule. Got to have at least a champion. You know, at least got to have a champion. Yeah, at least a champion. So if you haven't matched at least 3 times, you can't do that. Oh yeah, I've been to Mexico several times. Back in the 80s and 90s. Man, a little kid give me that kennel name. Or my kennel name. I thought you were talking about my nickname. My kennel name, I got it. Man, we used to party up at the house, and there was a lawnmower shop that was up near my place called Dixieline Motors was the name of it, or Dixieline Mower Repair. But they had like similar to what I use, and I just wanted to have something different than everybody else. So I used their thing there. And then we had a deal where, well, this is kind of bad, but I had this big glass coffee table, and we used to cut these things called Dixie-lines across the coffee table. And it basically was just a little less than about half a gram of cocaine. And we'd cut them things all the way across the coffee table, and they were called Dixie-lines. And so that was another part of it right there. And so then I didn't want to be called a kennel, and I didn't want to be called anything else. So I just called myself Dixieline Connection. And that's how I got the name Dixieline Connection. Just started calling myself that. Hit the likes, hit the like buttons. Hit the likes. Hit the like button, y'all. Got 57 people in the room and 24 likes. Y'all hit the like button. What's wrong with you? Hit the like button, you old cur dogs. There you go. Hit the like button. It don't cost nothing to hit it. There you go. Hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. Buy my book. There you go. Good job. Y'all doing great. Keep hitting that like button. Woo! What you talking about, man? What do you say, Richard? Yeah, and then there was that old line in the Hank Williams song about living below the Dixieline, and it just all fit together. And started using that name. Well, I just like the consistency of Jerry's dogs. You know, I mean, he was the home of Bully Son, the home of Eli Jr., the home of Brendy. You know, still there, the place that all that stuff started. And I felt that it was the best place for me to go to get the purest of that blood. And it worked out to be the best move I could have made. I really like what I got from Jerry. What's up, Mayhem? Yeah, I don't think I could have got any better dogs. Plus, I wanted Maverick stock, and Bobby didn't have the Maverick stock that I wanted. He didn't have anything close to what I was looking for. I was looking for some Maverick Zebo stock, and he didn't have anything like what I was looking for. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what a buy program is. I don't know what that means. We were talking about who all we were going to put in the Hall of Fame. Who do you like, Richard? Who do you think ought to be in the Hall of Fame, Richard? Who are your picks for Dog and Dog Man Hall of Fame? Now, what we were looking at was real old school stuff. Real old school. We're talking back like during the times of Earl Tudor, Joe Corvino, those times. Kenny Gaines is a good one. That's good for when we do. We're going to do a ballot next year, and Kenny Gaines will be excellent. Oh no, not me, man. Robert Lamb, that'd be a good one. Joe O'Day, that's a good one. Pete Sparks. Yep, Clyde Mason. Yeah, I did know the Lowe's in Ohio. I knew Sam and Greg. I knew them really well. I mean, if you wanted, like, you know, your big old giant red boy dog, he was perfect. No, I didn't know the contractor. Shit, man, don't nobody like Bobby Hall down there. He's like the most hated figure in Texas. Oh, Florida Hunt. I hadn't heard that name in years, man. No Captain America. Shit, I done filled up 2 pages with names. Oh, Florida Hunt. I know him. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I don't know. I guess just hard feelings over the old days. But they ain't much love lost for Bobby down there. No, Lem didn't have his blood. Lem didn't have any dogs. And the whole time I knew Robert Lem, he didn't have any dogs. He never had any dogs. He always wanted you to give him a dog for free. And people I knew wasn't giving no dogs away. Absolutely. At least 2 co-signers. Old Shipley and Confeely. Bill Shipley and Confeely. Oh, yeah. Those are 2 good ones. No, Lem didn't have his own blood. He didn't have any dogs. Well, it's definitely not easy putting a Hall of Fame together. That's for sure. I mean, you think about these groups, whether it's the NFL, Major League Baseball, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, NASCAR, whoever it is, with their halls of fame. It's no easy task doing something like this. Um, very, very difficult. I think we need to have a naked dog woman calendar. That would be the thing. Or just naked woman calendar. The hell with them being dog women. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm a little tired. It's 10 o'clock. I've been on for an hour and a half. I believe that's about it for me tonight. So I wish y'all well, and y'all have a good evening, and take care of yourselves and take care of your dogs. And I will talk to all of y'all very soon. You have a good evening.